What's up, YouTube? This is John. He got first place. Oh, my bad for the lighting. Yeah, we got first place TCG playing Zefra. Yeah, we're at the parking lot of locals. Because we got kicked out. So yeah, here's the deck profile. Hopefully you guys are
we are not in the hood.
Yeah, it doesn't cringe you guys.
Maryland. All right, so Zefra, undefeated, 401, tied with Tony, actually.
Yeah,
shout out to Tony on the camera. Asian with cards, that's the name. All right, cool. Shout out to Tony. All right, so Frath, just real quick for the monster lineup, we'll just go through it quickly after I lay him down. Zefra new, triple Zefraxi, double Thuban, 1 Pilica, 1 Naga, 1 Fraxoton, and 1 Wendy. So for the lineup here, Zefra's like literally the most important card in the deck, but also if Nui didn't exist, or New didn't exist, the deck wouldn't do anything. So gotta max out on those. Zefraxi is also the best low scale, because if you can get a pen summon of Fraxi plus New, you have the ability to search Inspector Border, so you'll see that. And then some more low scales, but also utility. Pops face up cards, pops face down cards, adds 1 from extra deck back to hand. That really helps you do bigger pendulum summons. This can bounce one of your scales. It comes up in very awkward hands where you have to scale New and you want to get him in your hand. So you can like scale this, Zefrath, send Naga, pen summon it out, and then add the New back to hand so that it's not stuck in your scale. And then this can summon a Zefra monster back from grave if you get Solemn, because Solemn, they all go to grave, which is brutal. Happened a couple times today. People were playing Solemn left and right. Wait, oh, there we go. 1 border. This is your main searchable target, like going first off of the combo. It's pretty simple. You're going to use your Floodgate, and it'll shuffle the Crocosaur back into the deck, and then that allows you to normal summon border, because you have to have no monsters on the field to get border out. There for hand traps, keeping it simple but keeping it strong. Triple Shifter, triple Gamma. Gamma's insane. It honestly wasn't that good today, but I didn't open it a lot today. I saw it a lot going second, but I wish I saw it more going first, because I did get ashed a couple times, and it would have been really nasty to just Gamma. If you Gamma on your turn and still have scales, like you just won the duel.
You play Mega?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you just like rip 2 cards out of their hand and like still like put up 2 interruptions at least. So it's really nasty. For the spells, oh sorry, 1 Ash. Missed that in there. So this is definitely coming out. I'll tell you at the end what I'd sub it for. But technically, if there's a matchup that's like border's not great against, you just search the Ash. It's just generic. You don't want to search Shifter because you have something in grave at that point. Technically, you can also search Gamma, but unless you're putting a Lambda on the field, it's not great. All right, spells, Oracle, triple or quadruple of that, triple Providence, and 1 Path. This is super simple. This card's insane. I use the effect to search border, I think, twice today. Really good. Providence is insane. This card is so good. People don't even like realize this card's part of your deck, and so like game 2 they'll just side like Lightning Storm, and it's just like a blank in their hand.
Or like Feather Duster and stuff.
Right. Unless you had like at best they like trade it as a 1-for-1 with like a set. Like one of your counter traps, and that's like the best value they get.
Can you protect your guy if it's face down? Like, can you protect one of your counter traps if it's face down?
No,
okay.
It has to be face up.
Okay.
Unfortunately, but still really good. And then Path. This card's insane, but it's not insane today. I played Thunder Dragon, I played Tony on Eldritch, and I played Subterrors today. So this card was good once exactly versus Phantom Knights, and that's it.
Pretty cool.
Right, triple Prosperity. Apologies for this if you were hoping this list was going to be budget. I still think you can play the Desires list and it would still be decent. It's just like if you don't see Zefrath in a low scale, it sucks. Like you literally don't do anything with your turn.
And you have a lot of profiles on your channel without playing. I don't know if you had like Romania too, so like
I had proxied it over and over again, and I just realized like I do enough decks that play it that it's like I'm gonna play it in like every other deck, if not more. And then Called. This card sucked. I never activated a single time, but Pross was really good. It baited a lot of Ashes, and because people are just scared when you banish 6. They think if you banish 6, like you have to you need it to resolve, just because that's how some people play it. But then when you usually don't, so it's either a great bait or it's good consistency. Then for the traps, Divine Strike, 9 Pillars, Double War. Don't need Triple War anymore. I used to play Triple War. You just brick on it more than you want to. You don't like opening 1 is fine, but you need like a Zefra hand around it. You don't want like generic cards like.
Is there any way to recycle those cards?
Unfortunately, no.
So
that would be a nasty support card. If they just got a new Pendulum monster or another link that could add a Zefra card.
Something like a Sunlight Wolf that you can recycle your.
Oh well, something good as Sunlight Wolf would be insane. But yeah,
40 cards?
40 cards in the main. Not messing around. Like I said, you need to open Zefra in a low scale, or the deck does not much. The sub outs, I would definitely take out Called and the one Ash for 2 triple tactics talents. I know, again, not super budget. At least it got a reprint, so it's a little better now.
Like 40 bucks.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. The card's like so insane. It's another out to Dragoon, which is a problem for the deck. You have outs to it, but they're kind of hard to get to sometimes. For Link's Controller, this card's insane. If there's ever, again, another like control pendulum deck, this card's always insane. Lambda to make Gamma live. And also open up zones. Lina, because 2 of your monsters are lights and you can search them so easily. Also, because 2 of your monsters are earths, search them so easily. IP was clutch today. I played against Thunder Dragon, and so I just made IP and then made access code. And versus Thunder Dragon right now, like he couldn't add it. Like they just, I don't know if he. I'm sure he has an out, but it's like hard to get to. One Unicorn. That's really nice removal. This card came up a couple times today. You just over the course of multiple turns, you just eventually put enough like bodies on the field to like just make high link plays. And the one access code, again, apologies if you're hoping this was budget. I think Boral Sword can work here. I don't think you have to play this card, but it was really good today to have like the removal effect. So I would recommend it if you can get it, but I think Boral Sword still works. For Exceeds, all I play is these 2. Never made him, but he's another out to Dragoon.
You don't think Zeus is needed?
No, you don't like most of them are different levels, so you're not consistently putting like 2 levels. And plus, if you Exceed with your pendulums, they go to grave afterwards. They don't end up in extra, which you want to continue to like keep them in extra. So you're only going into these to like take care of business. This card's insane though. Didn't use it today, but I did use its counterpart today. The counterpart. So for synchros, this is actually like the best part of the extra deck. Well, the links are good, obviously. They open up zones for bigger pen summons, but this card didn't come up. But if you ever get Maximist, you can send this, then it makes your board really hard to deal with. And sometimes you can just make it while you're link climbing to something like the Nirvana High Paladin. This card's crazy. It adds any card from grave back to hand when it's used to summon with a pendulum monster. And then it's like 3,300, and it offers like the ability to like lower your opponent's life points. Metaphys Horse was really good today. I chain blocked it, and I did it versus Tony actually. Stole his Eldritch. It forces your opponent to give you one of their monsters, and you can almost always chain block it with the field spell.
So they can't like Dragoon out?
Right, right. So they can't negate with Dragoon if they have no other monster. I mean, to be honest, they probably have Verte. But you also could have easily like just gone battle phase clear with Verte, then in main phase 2 do this chain block if they have to give you the Dragoon. By the way, it's not negated, it just can't attack that turn. So it's like insane. This is just if you if you get to this, like you win the duel. Shensha didn't come up today, but theoretically it could. It's a more defensive level 9. And then Ravenous Croca Dragon. This card's really good. This is what you do. You make this. You do Chain Link 1 this, Chain Link 2 the field spell. The field spell stacks any monster in your deck on top of the deck. Crocosaur draws it as Chain Link 1, so they can't even negate it. And then this guy.
The glare is crazy.
Yeah, he only has 1 print, so he's actually like a little bit...
What is Dark Illusions, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
He's like 11, 12 bucks, nothing too crazy. But he does come up every once in a while, especially because he's a level 10. So you can just make Pegasus first. And he says if you're using a pendulum monster, it counts as a tuner.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So you just make this with a 3 on board, and then you set this up in grave, just like to make your board like really annoying. And then you make him, he adds any card from grave back to hand. That could be a Providence, that could be an Oracle, whatever you want.
Okay, like
literally any card in grave.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So he's big, right?
Yep. And I think if he kills a monster by battle, he cuts your opponent's life points in half. So
did that ever happen?
Did not. I actually didn't make him today. It's a little bit like you need to have a lot of bodies. I wouldn't say this. There are situations that are like sticky. Like I would say matchups like Eldritch. There could be sticky situations where like I'm able to just put a lot of bodies on board, but I'm still scared of getting super punished by back row. So you want to make a play like
a grind game too, like adding back like a Feather Duster or something. It's pretty
cool. Right. I mean technically that's a way to add your Zefra traps back to hand.
Yeah, there you go.
And spells. So. All right, side deck, Lancia, Nib. This was actually pretty good today, Lancia, because I played Phantom Knights and
Thunder
Dragon, yep. Nib is Nib, don't even explain that. These theoretically could come up. This is like for Dragoon decks. Sided it versus David on Thunder Dragon. Didn't see it because he is playing Thunder Dragon that summons Dragoon. So
and if you're playing against someone who doesn't really know about that, you can like technically draw it, and then like it could be a Dragoon out because your opponent doesn't know what you're doing, right?
Right. So technically you can chain block your Croca Dragon play and search one of these, and they can't even negate unless they have like Imperm or Veiler. and then you just search the kaiju.
Is there a reason why they're not the wind one, or you just didn't have access to the wind one?
No, not really. They could easily be the wind one, but that's actually my round one. I actually forgot what my round one was this whole time. It was bird up.
Okay. Did it come up? Did it come up where you couldn't do anything?
No. Well, so he did go to the barrier statue, but I just went like normal summon the wind. Two of the Zefra monsters are wind. Just beat over it, and then main phase 2. Okay. Did it, and I ended up grinding him out. Then Pank. Pank was insane versus Subterrors one round. Other than that, I didn't really see it. Didn't need to though. Cool. Triple exchange, the spice.
Yeah, buyout.
So shout out to. Oh, also, by the way, I didn't say this. Shout out to Dilemma. This list, if it's not exactly the same as Dilemma's, it's like slightly different from his. He is like he's like one. There's like another guy, I can't remember his name, but he's like a big dueling book grinder. But they're like the kings of Zefra, especially Zefra Control.
I think you just dethroned him.
No, I don't know about that. This dude's like this dude's gone to like legit like large tournaments and like won them online. So. This card's insane though, because your deck is just all pendulum. You have like 30 out of your 40 cards are just cards like your opponent could not care less about if they got them. So you just like activate the scales you want, set everything up, and then activate exchange. I did it once today where it was really good, and it was the only time I saw it. Versus Thunder Dragon, I ripped the only card that allowed him to play out of his hand, Chaos Space, and I gave him one of my 2 Zefra Wars I opened, and it wasn't even close. Hyper's Feather Duster, cited it once or twice versus like Guru and Tony. Never saw it. Mind Control, theoretically pretty good versus a couple decks like stuff like Eldritch. If you do have like the Conquistador and Hakero set, this card just like takes the Guru or takes the Eldritch before they get a chance to be super live against you. And Thunder Dragon as well, taking Titan. It's pretty good. I saw it, but he never summoned Titan that game. And Double Evenly. This should probably be Lightning Storm. I think Lightning Storm is probably better than Evenly overall. But honestly, I think that's close.
It's weird in a pendulum deck because you have scales.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool. That's always good.
Yeah, I mean, like they're both dead once you play anything. So, yes and no. I mean, like I don't know. There could be something else to side there, but they feel pretty good. I wanted something versus back row decks, and the prosperities help you see those kinds of cards more often anyway. All right, you want to do these real quick?
Yeah, you can crack them open real quick.
All right, let's see what we got. I got 3 packs here for first place.
Yo!
Okay. David's gonna kill me.
It's gonna be another one.
He said if I pulled an ulti, he's gonna kill me. How much is that one worth? You know?
Like 70.
70. Sick.
Oh my god.
Oh boy!
Yo, Dave!
Yo, Dave! He's gonna be.
He pulled 2 ultis!
I haven't even opened the 3rd pack. Don't hold your breath. Okay, ABC Buster. I'll take that all day. Holy shit. God damn, guys, there's a lesson of the day. Win a locals? Yeah. There you go, $200. Yeah. Easy money. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Shout outs again to Tony and
Asian with Cards.
Yeah. Asian with Cards and
TCG.
What's his name? Yeah, Tournament City Games, of course. Frederick, Maryland, best locals around. And what's his name? The guy.
Dilemma.
Dilemma Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah.